Hey, what is up, everybody? I'm here to give you my WWE NXT review for October 16th, 2014. This NXT review was just kind of and you'll see why. It kicks off right off with the match. They always kick off with a match. Well, on commentary, I should mention, we have Alex Riley, Rich Brennan, and Renee Young on commentary. I hate that they always kick off with the match, though. I know I say, though, for law that they always kick off with the promo, but that's the way it starts every week. This NXT every week starts off with the match. They really need to do stuff to change it up. That's, I think, the one problem with professional wrestling. They always start the same way. And we got Baron Corbin versus Lays Sampson. It was a 10-second match, and Baron Corbin hits the end of days for the win. And then Sami Zayn came out to cut a promo, and this is how they should have started off the show, but they didn't. Sami Zayn comes out and talks about his loss to Titus O'Neil last week, and he normally says that he beat me fair and square or just move on. He doesn't say that this time. This time he says that he's sick and tired of losing, and he's going to start a road to redemption to get that NXT championship around his waist. And then Tyson Kidd comes out and talks about how he doesn't have it, how he's just a big loser, that all he does is lose, but he'll win every now and then, but when it comes to the big one, you can't win. And the funny thing was, this Tyson Kidd came out wearing a Sami Zayn t-shirt. Thought that was hilarious. And Sami Zayn asked, "Did you need to ask your wife's permission to come out here?" And Tyson Kidd says, "No, I didn't." And he says, you should like videotape every match you lose, or take a picture of it, because that's how often it happens. Eventually, Sami Zayn challenges Tyson Kidd to a match, and Tyson Kidd says, "Okay, but we need to approve it with the NXT general manager, William Regal, and he needs to call his house and check on his cats." But we do the match eventually does happen. And then the Lucha Dragons, which are the NXT Tag Team Champions, and they consist of Sin Cara and Kalisto, and they wrestled Wesley Blake and Buddy Murphy. Sin Cara hits a roll up off the top turnbuckle on, I think it was Wesley Blake for the win. I forget what it was called. They called it a move, but I forget. But the match actually was pretty good, mainly because every time the Lucha Dragons are in a tag team match, the match is always awesome because they can just do so much crazy stuff. So that's why it was awesome. Mojo Rawley's backstage, and this was after his match with Tyler Breeze, and he was all injured, and he said that he's going to be out for a while, and that he's going to come after Tyler Breeze, and when he comes back, he'll be back with a vengeance, and he doesn't get hype, he stays hyped. Maybe this is a good thing, because he was pretty much shit when he left, so maybe this was a good thing. And then we got Becky Lynch versus Charlotte. I think this match has happened several times, and Charlotte wins with the bow down to the queen. It's called a different move now, but I forget what it's called. And then the Ascension are backstage, and they talk about how they destroyed Hideo Itami and Funaki. And Victor says, Connor says, no, it's Victor. He says that this is their house now, and you don't belong here. So I thought that I thought this was pretty decent stuff. And the Ascension well, I already said who they consisted of. And Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy went against the Legionnaires, or Legionnaires, I forget how you say the tag team name, but it's Sylvester LaFleur and Marcus Louis. And Sylvester LaFleur is wrestling with Colin Cassidy, and he tags in Marcus Louis, and when he comes in, he accidentally pulls off, he had like a fake wig on to protect his bald spot from when he got shaved at NXT TakeOver 2. And Marcus Louis' bald spot gets exposed, so he beats the crap out of Sylvester LaFleur, and he bounces his head off the ramp, and beats the crap out of him. I thought this was pretty good, And I saw this coming eventually, considering the fact that it's Sylvester LaFleur's fault that Marcus Louis' head even got shaved in the first place. So I figured he'd go off on him, and maybe they'll start feuded now. And I actually thought this was good stuff with Marcus Louis beating the crap out of him. Then afterwards, Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy are like, oh, we got time for another match. So they went out. The two opponents, it's Old Blue Pants. That's what they called her, because she was wearing blue pants. Versus Carmella. That's the person. That's the chick that they've been training in the developmental center for the past couple weeks, and Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy were inside with Carmella, and Carmella squashes her, beats her with a head scissors submission move. And Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks are backstage, and Becky Lynch doesn't like what Sasha did to Bayley. It was uncalled for, and Sasha's like, you have to do what it takes to get to the top. And he's like, look yourself in the mirror and tell me tell me if you know what it takes to get to the top. And then I wonder if they're gonna do the same storyline where Becky and Sasha Banks become like a tag team, like they did with Summer Rae and Sasha Banks when Summer Rae was trying to get Sasha Banks to do the same thing. It was like exactly like that. And then Adrian Neville got interviewed, and we find out that next week he's going to defend his NXT championship against Titus O'Neil. And he talked about how he's sick and tired of all these guys from Raw and SmackDown coming down to NXT to try to scare the NXT superstars, but he's not going to be afraid. And he says that my bite's bigger than Titus O'Neil's bulk. I thought this was I guess a decent promo. And then we got Sami Zayn versus Tyson Kidd. This is the match of the night, mainly because every other match is pretty much a squash. But this match actually was really good. Tyson Kidd does the kick that he does when he's on the apron and the other guy's outside the ring. And then he hits a neck breaker on Sami Zayn, and he continues to dominate Sami Zayn for a while. And then Sami Zayn starts to make a comeback, and he hits a what's it called? The Blue Thunder Bomb, and Tyson Kidd kicks out of it. He hits a crossbody. Tyson Kidd kicks out of that. Tyson Kidd hits another neck breaker, and Sami Zayn kicks out of it. And then Tyson Kidd tries to go for the sharpshooter on Sami Zayn the first time, but Sami Zayn gets out of it. Then the second time, he has to gouge his eyes to get him into it, but he still got him into it. And then Sami Zayn got to the ropes, and Tyson Kidd tried to go off the top rope, and Sami Zayn's head was on the bottom rope, and he tried to do a leg drop while it was there, but Sami Zayn moved out of the way, and Sami Zayn hit a explosive suplex into the turnbuckle, and then hit the lucha kick, which is the big boot in the corner, and it gets the victory, and that was it. And that was NXT this week. Thought it was a pretty below average show. The only good things really on the show was Marcus Lewis beating up Sylvester LaFleur, and the Sami Zayn Tyson Kidd stuff with the promos they had tonight, and the match they had. But that's pretty much it, guys. I might be back to do a SmackDown review tomorrow, but if I don't do a SmackDown review, I'm going to make a different video. But that's pretty much it, guys. Subscribe to this channel and all the other stuff down below, and peace out.